I'm not sure about my niche. I really don't know on what topic should I be creating YouTube videos. If that's your question, then certainly this video is going to help you with crystal clear idea on how to identify your niche so that you can start building your YouTube channel. Welcome to this channel. I'm Sriram Benur. So here I have listed a couple of questions that you need to ask for yourself so that you identify the right niche that you really connect to. Now for that, I want you to make sure that you are going to have a notepad and a pen and start writing the answer for all these 7 questions. Okay, so let's get started. Now the first question that you need to ask to yourself is, what were you good as a child? What is that you really loved the most as a child? If I ask about myself, I was a person who was really good at painting and drawing, and I used to really love it, right? So that's something for me. Now you need to think about it. What is that you really loved as a child? Maybe you loved traveling, or maybe you loved reading a particular subject, right? Whatever it could be, just note it down. Now, what reasons your friends used to appreciate you? What is that your friends really used to appreciate? Maybe they used to appreciate that, okay, you are good at dancing, or you are good at singing, or maybe you are good at mimicry or telling jokes, right? Or maybe you are good at some crafts. Just think about it and write it down. What is that your friends used to really appreciate you for? What problems can you solve? In the sense, what are the things that you can easily do? Now, when I say about solving a problem, it's not a very complicated thing. Say, for example, you're a person who's really good at cooking, you can do very easily. Or maybe you're a person who's really good at craft, which you can do easily. Or maybe you are a person who's really good at solving issues with the laptop. If I can just tell in a small story, let me just share one of my story so that you can understand. So a couple of years back, I started facing issue with my cell phone where every time I used to connect earphone, it used to just bounce back, right? So I took it to the repair shop and I asked them to fix it. The shop guy looked into the phone and he said, we can't just fix that issue because we have to change the entire motherboard. And he said it's going to be expensive. So after some days, I went to another shop guy, and when I asked him, he just saw my phone, he took and he just cleaned this entire slot. He just cleaned this entire slot with the help of a small sharp pin. After he cleaned that, the earphone was sitting perfectly right and I was able to use it. Now why am I actually saying this? Why? Because there was a person who said it's going to cost a lot of money, and this person said it was just the dust that was sitting inside. It is his experience, right? Now, was it valuable? Of course, right? Because I have been able to use my phone along with the earphone right now without any issues. In the same way, for him, it was the smallest knowledge what he knew from his experience. Now you need to think, what are the kind of problems that you feel you can solve, right? Maybe you are a person who is really good at trading. Maybe you are a person who is really good at speaking fluent English. Or maybe you are a person who is really good at telling about body language, how to have the best body language, right? Maybe you are a person who is really good at terrace gardening, right? You need to start thinking, what are things that you can easily do or the problems that you can solve, right? Once you identify that, just note it down. What kind of books do you read? Do you read more of history books, or do you read more books on vehicles? Do you read somebody's success stories, or you read autobiographies, right? Or you read inspirational stories, right? So start thinking what is that you connect to the most or read the most, and just write down what is the type of content you read the most. What do you watch the most? When you go to YouTube, what are the type of content you watch the most? Are they tech reviews, or are they entertainment, or are they something like cooking, craft, educational videos, right? Just think, what is that you spend the most amount of time watching the videos? What kind of videos? Okay. Once you identify that, just type what kind of videos are they. Make a list of top 3 things you love to do. Whatever it could be. Either it could be drawing, painting, or trading, right? So just think, what are the top 3 things you love to do? How do you like to spend your free time? Maybe you just want to go on go visiting a particular place, or you are a person who just visit a particular place and try out the recipes, or you might stay at home and do a particular activity. Now just think about that and note it down. Now, once you note it down, right? So read through all the things, whatever you have written. There are going to be few things that are going to be repeated. In my case, it was drawing and painting. It used to repeat more, and that's how I chose to build my channel A2C Arts and Crafts. Over a period of time, it slowly evolved into crafts. So you need to think, what is that is repeating? Now, once you identify what it is repeating, now that's your specialization or your niche. Okay. So say for example, you have 2, 3. In that case, you need to see which is the one that you really connect to the most and which is the one which takes less time to create the content. Now that is the one that you need to focus more on. Okay. And one last thing, if I can say, it's not always about a perfect fit. We might not always be getting the perfect niche for us to create content, but whatever you connect to the most, you can get started with that. See, in my case, drawing and painting was something that I used to really connect to the most. But over a period of time, I started saying that, okay, my channel was really growing well with the DC motor craft, right? And I was decent with that. I was not really good at it. Now that's something that I slowly started learning a bit more, and I started creating more and more creative content. Okay, so that's how I was able to scale up my channel. Now let's understand top 50 niche ideas. The first one, health and fitness tips. You might be a person who's really good at working out in gym or doing yoga or pranayama. You can certainly create videos on that. See, let's understand one thing. We really don't need to be an expert to create videos. If you can help somebody, say for example, you are at this level, right? All you need to do is get somebody to this level, and at the same time, you also learn and grow higher and higher. Okay. So health and fitness, you can certainly create videos on that. You really don't need to be an expert, but you should be having good knowledge about it. Makeup and beauty, you can certainly create videos on that, and they tend to get millions of views as well. Fashion and style, maybe you're a person who's really good at dressing well. You know exactly how to choose the right combination of dress. You can certainly create videos on them. Gardening ideas, maybe you know how to do terrace gardening or how to grow vegetables at home, right? You can create videos on that. Magic tricks, unboxing, tech and gadget videos, software and app reviews, travel vlogs, right? You might be a person who really love to travel. You can certainly start creating videos on them. City tours, vehicle reviews, either it could be two-wheeler or four-wheeler. You can certainly start channel on that as well. Top 5 or top 10. It's something like, okay, top 5 places to visit in India, or top 5 recipes to try in this place, or top 5 cell phones, or top 10 gadgets, whatever it could be. Something which is related to top 5 or top 10, you can certainly consider as well. Cooking videos, food and restaurant reviews, kitchen hacks, DIY crafts, maybe it's paper crafts or best out of waste, thread art, paper craft, drawing and painting, pencil sketches, life hacks, comedy, music instrument tutorials, dance tutorials, short movies, tutorials on coding languages like maybe Java, C#, SQL, etc. Right? So baby videos, kids funny videos, entertainment videos, or educational videos. Right? When it comes to kids or baby videos, it can be either entertainment or educational. You can certainly consider what you want to create if you are really good at it. Affiliate marketing, cryptocurrency, financial education, educating on loan and insurance, share market, digital marketing, domain hosting, online earning methods, e-commerce, drop shipping, school, college educational videos, maybe like creating videos on maybe math, science subjects. Certainly that can also be done. Business ideas, right? So if there are new business ideas, then certainly you can create videos on that. Or if there is any business idea that has gone really great, you can certainly share that so that others get an idea about it. Success interviews. Now, if you think to do success interview of a particular people, you can do that as well. But the only thing with success interviews, it is going to take a lot of time, and you always need to make sure you're getting the appointment and doing that. So creating content is not going to be easy. It's going to be a bit challenging. Business case studies, right? Why this particular business scaled up, or how they were able to generate maybe 10x revenue or whatever it could be. College university info, right? Which is the best university to choose, or why this college is really good. Top 10 colleges in a particular city, something like that. motivational stories or success stories, something like that. Job openings, right? You can also start listing like, okay, what are the current government job openings or private job openings. Software tutorials, right? How to use a particular software, maybe it's editing software or using other softwares like maybe MS Word or Excel or whatever it could be. Movie reviews, history, home remedies, right? So world or local news, you can also create content on that. So while you're doing that, make sure you're not using copyright images. It might affect your channel as well, right? Celebrity net worth and lifestyle, amazing facts, relationship tips, scary stories, pets and animals, anything related to pets and animals, maybe how to take care of pets, what kind of food it has to be given, right? So that also you can consider. Biography, airplanes, trains, ships, info and history, how did they start, how did they evolve, real estate, interior designing, right? So this is also something that is really going really well. If you are good at it, then certainly you can create videos on that as well. And the last one is gaming, right? So I've listed around 50 plus niche, among which you can consider what really connects to you. Now once you have identified, I'm going to tell you how to identify whether there are audience for it or not, because that is one of the most important thing. Now if you choose a niche where there are no audience, then certainly you are not going to get the views. So let me just take you to YouTube screen and show you how to identify if there is audience for your particular niche. So that's my channel, A2C Arts and Crafts. Let me tell you how to identify if the niche whatever you have chosen is good or not. Okay. Now say for example, I search for maybe terrace gardening. Okay. So this is something that I really connect to the most. Okay. Now you need to see whether the videos whatever they have been creating is good or not. Okay. Are they getting good views or not? Okay. So 2 days 28,000 views, 4 days 11,000 views. Let me just scroll down, right? So 5 months 25 lakh views, 1 year 1.7 lakh views, 3 weeks 29,000 views, right? So again, this is one of my other channel which has got over again 4.2 lakh views on how to do the terrace garden setup. Okay, so you could see it has been getting good number of views as well, right? So terrace gardening and home 1.1 crore views. Now go back to these channels and see what kind of videos they are creating. Now if you connect to that kind of content, okay, so if I go to this channel, it has got over 1.54 lakh subscribers. That means it's good. Now let's consider about, say for example, you want to create an educational channel. Okay, now say for example, how to learn maths. Let's see if there is content available for this, right? So how to study maths, 5 scientifically researched tips to score 100%, right? So 2 years 8.6 lakh views, 4 years 51 lakh views, so 1 year 6.1 lakh views, 11 months 21 lakh views, right? So you can see, right, even those content are also getting a good number of views. And if you go to the channels, again certainly they also have great number of subscribers. If I can just show you, this has around 30 lakh subscribers, right? That means certainly you can start creating content on that. See, that's how you need to identify whether the niche whatever you are choosing has good audience for it or not. If you find it has good audience, then certainly you can start creating videos on that and grow your channel as well. So that's how you identify your niche so that you can build a great channel. If you have any questions related to identifying a niche or anything related to YouTube, just comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer. And also, just click on this info link to watch a video on how much you can earn for 1,000 video views, so that you get a clear idea what that you can expect after creating videos as well. Okay. Thanks for watching, and please do consider subscribing to the channel if you are not already done, because you're going to get a lot more informative videos in this channel. Take care and see you in the next video.